Hey guys, welcome back to Beast Quest, and here we are with Series 13, Book 2, Targro, the Arctic Menace. And it's been a while since we've done Beast Quest, but hopefully this one will come out just as well. So, we'll start it off like we always do with the in-depth story analysis of each part and all that stuff, and then I'll give my overall thoughts on the book. So if you're keeping up with these videos, you know it's going to be spoilers in depth for the review and all that stuff for the book. And if you've kept in touch with the plot of Series 13, we'll go from there. But without further ado, let's go over the plot. Tom and friends arrive through a portal, which took them to a snowy area where they would face the next beast. We also get the judge's name, Jezrin. Mind you, so far we haven't encountered Kensa or Sampeo, so I'm curious what they're up to. Anyway, a blizzard was coming, and the only way they were going to survive would be to bury themselves under the snow using the map as an air hole and Silver's fur to keep warm. Tom and friends had awoken. They had survived the blizzard all through the night and soon were greeted by some people. A woman named Rana convinced her people to trust them and give them some cloaks. She explained that a fox beast has been terrorizing them and they are scared who they can trust. But they shouldn't ignore every stranger they see. Our heroes were given cloaks, yet so thin, but were considered the warmest material ever. They explained it was no magic. They had been doing this for centuries and created the warmest cloaks over the kingdoms. Tom and the people joined together, and we decided to head through the safe route while sharing information. While Rana explained her knowledge of the beast known as Targro, who would hide in the snow and jump on nearby travelers, which explains why the travelers were so scared of Tom and Eleanor hiding in the snow. But Tom couldn't tell them of their quest, so he made an excuse that Silver was out there hunting. However, they were soon interrupted as Tom nearly fell to his death. That was a close shave. Tom was saved by the new companions, and after thanking them, he soon realized that the map needed them to go that way down the cliff that Tom nearly fell into, which meant it was time to say goodbye. Their departing companions told them they could keep the cloaks in the bitter cold. With the final wave goodbye, our heroes made their way down the cliff, and while Tom had known of Eleanor's fear of heights in mind, something else clouded his head, something even himself didn't know what it was. But it was telling him not to focus on the quest at all. My guess is Kensa or the judge Jezrin. Tom was curious how they could get down when Eleanor remembered him of Skirik's glove. You know, he had Skirik's gloves, the monster they fought last time. Once they had defeated the beast, a pair of gloves were left behind, which they believed would contain the sticky slime of Skirik. If it was true, Tom used the gloves to... Yeah, it was true, because it was true. And Tom did use the gloves to Spider-Man his way down with Eleanor on his back, while Silver hopped from rock to rock to reach the bottom. But there was a point in his journey down where Eleanor was scared. If she would fall, she would ask Tom what to do, and in his mind he told it, "That's your problem." That strange feeling in Tom's mind was stirring again. Luckily, Tom managed to fight it, and they successfully reached the bottom. Tom and friends reached the bottom to discover a valley of human skeleton corpses, one of which held a dagger, which Eleanor took as it could prove useful. Also, Tom was still wondering what was causing him to lose focus on his quest. Soon they noticed an owl with a rope tied around its legs, which indicates it belonged to someone, and the owl had blood on its wings, and where there was blood, you're sure to find a beast. Tom was questioned by Eleanor if they really insisted on leaving the Warrior's Road, as he was aware of its consequences if he failed. This led into a strange feeling getting in the better of Tom, and this time it caused Tom to lash out at Eleanor a bit. Soon they reached the wounded man in the snow. It was impossible to heal his wounds. His death was close at hand, but suddenly a mysterious force glanced in the man's eyes, and he held Tom with the remainder of his dying strength as Targro was given enough time to make his entrance. Again, I'm thinking this is either Kensa or Jezrin, controlling Tom's mind and this man. Still, I'm hyped right now. Tom and friends faced Targro finally. It started to go for Eleanor, but Tom saved her, which allowed Targro to have the wounded man in his sights, who was quickly killed. This caused his pet owl Mori to lash out and attack Targro. Meanwhile, the cloaks were given to them, but the travellers had taken hold in their bodies. Our heroes assumed the travellers had been paid by Jezrin to sabotage their quest. It could also explain the reason for Tom's strange mind trick. But with our heroes tangled, it wouldn't be long before Mori and Silver were beaten. They had to break free. Tom was freed by Eleanor, as she had picked up a dagger previously and used it to free Tom. Using the sticky gloves of Skirrick, Tom climbed onto Targro and led him straight off a cliff, where Tom finally managed to rid himself completely of the magical cloak, as the remaining tatters were finally torn from his neck. Targro was still alive, climbing back on the beast's tail. Tom was ready. Eleanor had tossed him her dagger, and she even shot an arrow, creating a huge snowball. Tom steered Targro into a tight, small space cave, with the snowball right behind them. Tom jumped off at perfect timing, leaving Targro to face the full force of the snowball, entombing him in the cave. Targro was confirmed dead, as a token emerged from his snowy tomb. They uncovered a claw which would be used as a throwing weapon. After a bit of walking, they reached a warm water spring, and the warm waters heated their bodies to full strength. Once out of the water, the entire snowy area of ice and snow melted. No doubt assumed it was Jezrin who was behind this. Because the snow was probably part of the testing stuff, and they passed it, so they were rewarded with the warm waters, and it melted the snow and ice. They also knew they had to be careful and who they trust. Soon they reached the Warrior's Road and headed out to continue their quest. What I did find confusing was they stated earlier in the series, of this series in particular, was the beasts are tests, but in this book Targro was a decoy to lure them away from the road. But then it switched back again, where our heroes mention when they beat the remaining beasts, it will be done. But since the beasts provide magical tokens on his quest and help him in the future, I'm going to say they are tests, because Jezrin would never give him tokens. He seems more willing to take them off Tom. But yeah, I will say this is an awesome book, Targro the Arctic Menace. Easily better than Skirrick in my opinion, because it's kind of easy peasy, because you have to set up what the plot is on the first book, but yeah, Targro is a very good book because there are twists everywhere, the characters, you're not sure what's up with Tom, the beast is a nice change, instead of sometimes being a wolf, we've got a fox-like creature, and going under the snow, and being counted in a mental standpoint more than a physical standpoint. And there was a part in the book where I thought the beast was dead, where he fell off the cliff the first time. I really like this one, so overall I will say Targro is an awesome book. But then again, like I said, I've only read, not because, the other book was Skirrick, and that's just the first one, so this is pretty easily to be the first one. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and next time on Beast Quest, we'll be doing our next awesome book, which will be Slivka, the Cold-Hearted Curse. Till next time, peace.